Alrighty, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. On our last episode, we found Dr. Liara and we discussed her theory about what's going on. She believes that the Proteans and the Proteans are the ones who built the Citadel and all the mass relays and then they disappeared 50,000 years ago or something like that. She believes that they were wiped out by the Reapers. Actually, no, she believes that they were not the first to go extinct. She believed that someone has been wiping, I was gonna say humanity, but like all civilization, and then disappearing, and then that the Proteans were not the first ones. Now we believe the Reapers are the ones who did that, and we gave her our theory, and we backed it up with the vision that we had from the Beacon. So she was all excited, and now we're gonna go and carry on another mission. Uh, it's worth highlighting that she's the daughter of the matriarch. That's the lady that's working with Saren. So we're gonna find out what's going on here. And she joined our team. We hopefully can work together in peaceful habitation or whatever. But let's see what other missions we have. And let's go talk to the crew around the ship first. Sometimes they have some cool stuff to say.
Yes, Commander?
Okay.
Carry on, Presley.
Presley doesn't
Yes,
have
sir.
anything to say. That's what Joker has to say. Joker always has a good. Ooh, there you go. Has a good line.
I prefer gold to silver, for my medal. Figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
There we go.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
That's for sure, Joker.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Uh,
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Froelich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with
Ouch.
crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
yikes. Okay.
I need to know more about this Froelich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
I think that's awesome. I believe that's an actual disease, but I have to ask my wife about that.
You're not going to break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on this ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
That's
I'm not
amazing.
trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
That's amazing. Okay.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Huh.
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the
You'd be
instructors.
surprised.
Everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Nice. I think that's everything, right? Yeah.
I
Alrighty.
have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, Joker. Yeah. You got a good, interesting story, Joker. Let's head downstairs.
Anything you need, Commander?
Okay. Tactical operation.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
That's right.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Oh, I do.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
Nice.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Yeah, just give me your thoughts.
Like I've got time to write you up. You have something you want to say, feel free.
Fair enough. Truth is, there's something wrong with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yeah, but what can we do?
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
I agree.
Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
I don't know what bad is, but okay.
Wait.
What did it train you for? Yeah, let's ask that.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
Oh, okay.
There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't think it was accidental, huh?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals.
Huh.
Two guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Wow.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But
I
that's my own
bet.
baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
You can talk to me, you know? Yeah.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Ooh, I leveled up. Thank you.
Anything you need, Commander?
Okay,
We'll
that's
talk
it.
another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alrighty, thanks for the level. Alright, let's take all that. Where's everybody else? He's there. That's the doctor's office. What is this? This is my office? Let's go talk to the doctor, see what she has to say. Oh, can I charge? Yes.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I think we already talked about everything,
How
right?
did you end up serving on
I
it?
enlisted.
Yeah.
With humanity.
Ever think you made the wrong?
But there's something special about working
Okay.
with soldiers.
Yeah.
If I left the Alliance
I
now.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, we already talked to her about that, so just keep it for now. Ooh, there we go. Let's Where she is. How you doing, Liara?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
No. Yes, I was worried. How are you, Liara?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She is the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
You'd probably be dead, honestly. Just don't mention it. Just part of the mission now, don't
I'm
mention.
just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to talk to you. How you doing?
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds boring. You must get lonely. Ever wanted some company?
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle.
That's true, she's
As for the
biotic.
solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Okay, why?
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
It's not foolish. But must have made it mine, yeah.
I bet that pissed her off.
No. When I told her, she simply said, "A daughter must rebel against her mother, Liara. It is part of the natural order." But
Wow.
there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm fascinating.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please,
Cute.
just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her. And this was not like her. Something changed.
Interesting. How about side culture?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Yeah, I mean, there's only females, right? Yeah.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Wow. Any species and any gender. Interesting. That's amazing.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Wow.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
What about the age difference? Yeah.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even
That's
after
smart.
they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You don't know who?
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their
Okay.
union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Oh, that's awful. But then why did you do it? Yeah.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Ooh, 108 experience for that. Thank you. That's very interesting, though. I've forgotten about that. Huh. Ah. Huh. This is where the... Oh, who are you?
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Oh, heck yeah.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Let's do this.
As long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Okay. Licenses?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products.
Okay.
I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Okay.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Okay. And then new items.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Alright, show
Let's
me.
see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, baby, he has that sniper rifle for the Spectre ones. Spectre weapons, okay. We have 8,500. Wow, we're going up in the world. Avenger 3 sniper rifles 8,000. Let's see. 91. 52 means it's a good it's a good bump. I want to say it's game changer, but okay. It's a light armor. I think only Aiden wears light armor, right? So I wear medium. 14,000, Jesus. Medium human armor, 18,000. That's wow. And then the heavy. Oh, baby. Okay, well, not much I can buy. A lot of stuff I can sell though. Sell all the junk. Perfect. I don't know what that entails, but we sold all the junk. Did we made it? Did we made anything? That was. I feel like we didn't. 8,514. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're not gonna buy anything yet. Let's talk to Garrus.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Oh, for sure.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
That's true.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was the reason?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C6's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Nah, forget about it.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Good.
Without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, get it done.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Yep. Like the straight shooter. Ooh. More codex. And oh, Rex is here.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Whoa, come on.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Big deal.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Yeah, not quite, but Of course it is. Must be bad.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
So what?
You're still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wait, it was more like an S, right?
Shepard.
There we go, yeah.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
That makes sense.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth. Most never get that far.
Yikes.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
That is messed up, though.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Interesting.
Just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay. Maybe we can work together to find that, though.
So long.
The cure.
Shepard.
That'd be nice. Where's Talia, by the way? Ooh.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll get rid of her. She's bothering you.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
She's useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
No, tell me about the Normandy.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Ooh.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Ooh. Okay.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Tantalus drive core, okay.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, We can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Okay.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
All right. Good
Carry
talking.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
Thank you, Adams. All right, let's look at the tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Gather information on us?
I don't like the idea of aliens studying the architecture of Alliance ships.
We're on the same side here. My people have more reason to hate the Geth than anyone, remember? But
That's
you
right.
can't blame me for being a little excited. I never dreamed I'd get a chance to travel on a ship as advanced as the Normandy.
Yeah, you're into chips?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Okay, wow.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel.
Wow.
But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
So that's interesting. They live in ships. Okay. Let's talk more about Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Okay.
Of
Reminds
course,
you
we
of
also
somebody?
can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Oh, the Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
Interesting.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
Right.
The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
Okay.
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Interesting. Well, we need that here. Alright, let's talk about the Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
Oh.
But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Neural network, okay.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Oh.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Wow.
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
I mean, yes. What do you expect?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exiles searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
They defended themselves, or serves you right? I mean, yeah.
You got what you deserved.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Surprised not everyone.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us.
Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Alright, that's pretty good. It's pretty in depth, okay.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet.
Okay.
This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Sounds dangerous. Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Okay, sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Alright,
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
that's everything. Thank you.
I should go.
See you later.
That's a lot of XP. Wow. She had a lot to say. The Quarries is so interesting because they created the Geth, and then they had an iRobot situation, and the Geth won, so they got cast out of their world. Fortunately, their technology advanced, so now they live in ships flying through space. It's a good story.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Oh, of course. Any time for you, Ashley.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because they're aliens or because they're not aliens? What do you mean? Let's be more polite.
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Man.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
I mean, trusting our allies. I mean, we do need allies.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I mean, yes, of course they will.
The council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
For sure, I can see that, yeah. Give me a break. What do you feel there?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up. You have to work with aliens. I understand your feelings. I mean, yeah.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Thanks. Good. Remember that. Okay. What about me? Ooh.
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command. Sir.
That's nice.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
It might not matter. I believe her. We'll watch her.
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Okay.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
All right. Oh, they'll have the lockers here. I forgot about that. I think I'm gonna take Garrus next. I believe he uses rifles. Oh, sniper rifles too. Let's put something good in here. Anti-personnel and a heatsink, yes. And then no Ashley, no Rex, Tally, or Liara. Let's see what Liara has. I don't know what she uses. Pistol? Probably a pistol. Since it's a biotic. Oh, she wears light armor. Okay. There you go. Enjoy. And let's put... Oh, okay. Let's give you... Probably cooldown reduction, right? Yeah. And then let's give some bullets. Let's do anti-personnel as well, and heatsink. And Tally. I think she just shot this, right? Yeah. It's a really nice shotty. 47. I mean, it is better, I think. Alright, whatever, let's just give you some bullets. Anti-personnel. Improve sighting, sure. There we go. There has a weapon. Alright, let's get back upstairs. I think we're done here. Alright, everybody. I think we're gonna call it there. Next episode, we're gonna be heading to the next mission. One of the planets. I believe it was Pharaohs and something else. So we'll go to one of those and see what trouble we can get into, and hopefully if we can get some good weapons and some good gear. But until next time, have a good one.